During Bria's recoupling with Timmy, she's talking about how Timmy is honest. I wanted to say, which Timmy is she talking about? Which one? Which Timmy? Timmy that we don't know, or this Timmy in the villa? You're kissing up on Bria. You want Zida. You don't want Zida. You don't want Bria. Timmy confuses me.
I love your job, love your job. No do, Maya, no girl, no.
Hey everyone, I'm your host Mayoko. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be reviewing Love Island USA Season 4, Episode 12. Let's get straight into the video. So the episode starts off with Zida picking Jeff. Because we know you guys were trying to see who she was gonna pick. Jeff is not happy this episode. Jeff is not happy. Jeff is like, if Zida really likes Timmy, then she shouldn't play with his feelings. He doesn't have time for that. That's not what people do. You don't do that to people. And I understand where Jeff is coming from because it makes sense. Like, Zida is really still head over heels for Timmy. She says it. You could tell she's crying. Her vibe is off because she low-key just wants Timmy. But she said she wasn't going to pick somebody who, disrespected her. And I understand that part too. But it's just bad for Jeff because it's like, damn, like, she doesn't really care for you. And I said this in my previous video, like, I don't even see a connection between Zida and Jeff. I don't. It looks like it's forced on Jeff's side. And then it looks like Zida is just being nice, like, haha, she laughs at his jokes, but you can tell, like, the chemistry that was between her and Timmy is not there between her and Jeff. So I kind of feel bad for Jeff. He's talking to Serenity, and he's like, yeah, like, I don't like what she's doing. Serenity's like, but listen, just take it, take it slowly. You don't want to lose her. And Serenity's basically just backing it up for Zida, like, Zida can do no wrong in Serenity's eyes. Zida can do no wrong in Serenity's eyes. But yeah, so Serenity's just trying to, like, back up her friend and tell Jeff, like, just relax, calm down, take it slowly. But what else happens? Timmy is so messy, you guys. Timmy is so messy. He's telling Bria, he's like, yeah, now that Zida didn't pick me during the recoupling, I can focus on you. And in my head, I'm thinking, that's not a compliment. That's not a compliment. What you're basically trying to say is the only reason why I'm going to focus on you is because the person that I thought was going to couple up with me didn't. So now my attention is on you. He's like, I still have feelings for Zida, but they're put in a can. Timmy just says anything. Timmy just is the definition of an F-boy. Like, it's unbelievable. He's there kissing Bria in front of Zida, doing the most. And it's kind of like, why are you doing that? But during the challenge, one of the questions was, if you could couple up with somebody else, who would you couple up with? Of course, his answer was Zida. And then Jeff got mad. Jeff was like, then couple up then. He was like, then do it. I don't know. I feel bad for Jeff. I really do. But it is what it is. And that's the situation he's put himself in, unfortunately. Or rather, I don't even think he kind of put himself in the situation because he chose Zida. But at the same time, it's kind of like the situation he finds himself in as well. Not only did he put himself in it, but it's just the current situation at hand. During Bria's recoupling with Timmy, she's talking about how Timmy is honest. I wanted to say, which Timmy is she talking about? Which one? Which Timmy? Timmy that we don't know, or this Timmy in the villa? Because if it's this Timmy in the villa, we're definitely looking at two different Timmys. We don't know what? Who is honest? Timmy is nothing but dishonest. Like, Timmy's not an honest man. So I don't know who Bria was talking about when she said, oh, the person I want to recouple with is honest. No, he's not. But I feel bad for Bria as well because, you guys, like, next episode she's crying. Lord knows why she's crying. Maybe Zida and Timmy coupled up together. And oh my gosh, during the game, Bria was so messy. One of the questions was like, I can't remember what the question was. Something about what is your partner like, or something along those lines. And Bria writes on her board and she's like, sneaky attack, or what did she write? Sneak attack? So yeah, she was like, sneak attack. And of course that's an inside joke between her and Timmy, and she's trying to explain it. I don't even know what she explained. Like, it's when I turn around and he touches me, and I don't even know what explanation she was giving. I can't lie, I was just looking at her like, Bria, you didn't even have to bring this up during the game. So Zida, of course, feels some type of way. But you could tell, like, Zida definitely has strong feelings for Timmy, and Timmy is just misbehaving, and he's misbehaving with both Bria and Zida. So, like I said in my last video, if those girls know what's good for them, they better run away from somebody like Timmy, because there's no way. Let's move on to Isaiah. Isaiah telling Sydney he loves her. He's like, I love you. Isaiah, it's been only a week. Or how many weeks has it been, you guys? Maybe like 2? Maybe we're going on week 2. falling in love that quick is crazy to me. You don't even know this girl's middle name. Actually, he did know her middle name. I'm lying. He definitely did know her middle name. During the challenge, was like, what's your partner's middle name? He gave the first, middle, and last. He gave this girl whole government name. So yeah, he does know her middle name. So I guess, but falling in love is like, come on. Like, are you really in love, or did you just say out of the heat of the moment? Then we have Maddie. Maddie and Andy. She picks Andy during the recoupling. I don't know why. But then again, who would she have picked? Felipe went home. Sorry, I didn't even mention that. Felipe is gone home. Bye-bye, Felipe. Courtney picked Bryce instead of Felipe. She was like, yeah, when she was saying her speech for the recoupling, she was like, me and this person have very long conversations. I was like, yep, Bryce. Because Felipe and Sydney don't talk. So already from that speech, I already knew she was going to pick Bryce. She's like, yeah, Bryce, we talk, we have intellectual conversations. He doesn't just like me for my looks. That's what she said. So basically, she kind of caught on that Felipe was just sexual and nothing more. So I'm happy for her that she, Courtney's a smart girl. Like, she knows what she's doing. So I'm happy for her. And her and Bryce look so, so cute together. But then, yeah, so Maddie and Andy, there's nothing to say about them. She picks him back for the recoupling. What was nothing? They're just there. They're floating at this point in the villa. They're just floaters. Anyway, last final thoughts I forgot to touch on when I was talking about certain couples. Sydney said she would leave with Isaiah today. Like, she would leave the villa with him today. Courtney says she has no regrets picking Bryce. So I guess Courtney and Felipe, she knew that relationship wasn't going anywhere. She already knew, because she was like, she has no regrets. And when Felipe was leaving, why did he kiss Sydney? Well, not Sydney. Why did he kiss Courtney on the lips? Like, Felipe, Jesus Christ, go home. It's enough. Go find sexual chemistry outside the villa. Like, what's wrong with you? Also, one thing I noticed during the episode is when Timmy was trying to make it seem like it was Zita's fault that, this whole mess is happening between him, Bria, and Zita. He was like, yeah, she didn't pick me, so I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And I'm thinking, like, Timmy, shut up, because you're the reason why this whole thing is in shambles. What do you mean you're making? Basically, he was making it seem like if Zita shouldn't have picked Jeff. But then you're kissing up on Bria. You want Zita. You don't want Zita. You don't want Bria. Timmy confuses me. But that was it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, thank you so much for coming back. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
No do, my